Are you currently in a relationship that's coming to an end? Are you in a situation with somebody where there's patterns of abuse or addiction? Or maybe it's just that the two of you aren't compatible anymore and you've been headed different directions for some time now and a breakup is inevitable. Well, if that's the case, I'd like you to pay special attention to this video because I'm going to reveal 7 steps that you can use to end a relationship with someone that will allow you to do it compassionately, respectfully, and do it cleanly so the two of you could even possibly be friends in the future at a later date. Now, how I came about these 7 steps was through painful trial and error over the last decade to 15 years of my life. I've been in multiple relationships that have ended, and I've been in both the side of being broken up with as well as the one initiating the breakup. And frankly, I wish I had someone that was there next to me telling me how to do it in a way that would minimize the pain to me and my partner because it was a pretty messy process. So this video is for someone who is perhaps struggling to find the right words. Maybe you don't feel like you have the courage to end it because you don't want to be the bad guy. You don't want to cause the pain. You don't want to be the one to pull the trigger. And what you're going to be able to get out of this video is a roadmap for being able to honor yourself and honor them and release this relationship so the two of you can move on to a more fulfilling one in the future with somebody else. So the first step, stop blaming them. And what I mean when I say stop blaming them is it's very easy to say that the relationship ending is their fault. They didn't do this, or they did that, or they weren't a good enough lover, or they weren't attentive enough, or maybe they were too controlling or jealous. And it can be easy to do that because it gives you reason to want to end the relationship. And at the same time, what it does is it actually disempowers you because it puts you at effect of the relationship rather than at cause. Because what's happening is you're suddenly taking the victim mentality, that the relationship happened to you, you don't want it anymore, and now you're going to escape. And that's fine. But when you're breaking up with them, what ends up happening is they ask why. You give them these reasons, and you've given them the ammunition for them to come back with a very sincere apology, a very sincere commitment to change. And if you're truly wanting to end the relationship, you don't want to give them any of that ammunition. Because what's going to happen is in these moments where you're feeling incredibly vulnerable because you're doing something that's difficult, you're ending this union that the two of you had for months, years, decades even, it's very easy to be emotionally manipulated and pulled back into something that's ultimately not good for you. So the first step is to don't blame them, but rather take full responsibility for the state of the relationship. The two of you co-created this together, and you're both equally responsible in your own ways. And it's not your job to tell them what they're responsible for. It's your job to own up to what you're responsible for, the things that are in your control, within your power. Because then you are in control of the situation and you can make a clear choice that's not based on reasons that they can change. So that's the first step. Go ahead and click the link right here and you'll see step number 2.